I just wanted you to think about, what are the freedoms that you have that you take for granted? Because as you begin to really look at what freedoms you have in your life, you begin to appreciate your life in different ways. And a big step for people who struggle with anxiety and depression, because it's just about redirecting the focus of the mind to simple things: a place to sleep, a home, love, but animals. What do you take for granted? In this day's sacred lesson on freedom, I invite you to create a living list of the many examples of freedom that exist in your life. And right now, maybe more than ever for some of us who are very aware of the unjust in many parts of the world, and so many basic freedoms that people do not have. For some, freedoms that people never had. Maybe now more than ever, it's touching our heart what freedoms we do have that we take for granted. So that is one of the takeaways from today. Build a living list of what are some or many of the examples of freedom that exist in your life. One thing that I know that many of us take for granted, or maybe don't truly understand the weight of, is the freedom we hold to think the way we choose, to feel, to act, right? And here's the question that will help you. What are the free will choices that I make each day that I am grateful for? What are the free will choices that I make each day that I am grateful for? You see how we turn that around? So looking at and acknowledging what freedoms we hold that perhaps we weren't as aware of, and now we are saying, what are the freedoms I have that I am really grateful for? If you hold that thought, if you hold your answers to that question, it's going to change the way you look at your life. Gratitude for the many freedoms of life reminds you of your personal power and of your ability to choose in each moment using your free will. So when you're feeling less than optimal, when you're feeling an emotion that's not serving you, just come back to what you have freedom to choose in that moment. And then let that awareness drive the next conscious decision, the conscious choice you make. Here's another question. How can you be even more attentive to the freedoms you have because of your conscious choices in all moments? Here are a couple of journal prompts for you. The first one: thank you for my free will to choose this. This being whatever you are choosing. Maybe you are choosing in this moment to feel grateful. Maybe you are choosing in this moment to have water. Maybe you are choosing in this moment to exercise. The second: thank you for the freedom I hold to, which is this awareness, this growing awareness of the freedoms you have. Again, we lose sight of how much freedom we hold. Thank you for the freedom I hold to whatever that may be. Thank you for the freedom I hold to choose my life one day at a time, one moment at a time. If you use those two gratitude statements, prompts, I think it also opens up a world of greater awareness of your freedom in each moment. All right, there are more of these. I'm just sharing two right now. Oh, this is good. When you start to identify the freedoms that you hold, life just seems grander. It is grander. It is more inclusive. It is more loving. It is more patient. I have one more little gift here. I'm going to leave you with 4 sentence stems. Again, this is from the course. 4 sentence stems, each of which I would like you to create or build as many endings as you can. So sentence stems, the first part of a sentence. Think about how many endings you can build. So if you write these down and take these away with you. I think they'll prove to be really positive and powerful in your life.